Hello, this is Terry Pugh again from Elevated Learning. I want to pick up with the point where we had a problem in the last video. And the problem was around using the regular split function. And we noticed in this particular row with North Carolina 28027 that it created two fields where it split up the words North and Carolina. Carolina was completely lost. And in the second field, it has a null. So what we have here are two unusable fields because the data is no good. So we want to delete those two fields. We're going to go to the menu caret, choose delete, and we could have multi-selected the fields holding down the shift key and then choose delete. All right. So we've removed those two fields that have bad data in them. We're going to start with this address split to field where we see the state and the zip code. What we want to do is to figure out which split function we need to use, or do we need to create a calculated field. So I'm going to go back to the menu caret, and we've already used split function. We're not quite sure what it did other than it used a default delimiter, that is a character to determine where to break the words up. Either it's going to be a comma or a white space. And I'm going to show you how we can determine how it really worked. And we're going to choose custom split this time. So with custom split, we can actually state or specify what that delimiter should be that the splitting function will use to break up the data. We can also tell the splitting function from what side of the phrase that it has to parse should it begin, and then how many columns should it pull. Well, I'm going to click inside this first field, and what I want to use as a separator is a blank space. So I'm going to press the blank space bar. Here where it says split off, I'm going to start from the right side of that word. And the word I'm referring to, or the field I'm referring to, is address split to. So I want to start from the end of the field, and I want to pull out the zip code. So I'm going to choose the last option. I'm going to keep the default 1. Let's go ahead and click OK. And when I click OK, hey, this data looks good in the last field. I'm going to scroll down, and it looks like I have 5-digit zip codes all the way down. So my data looks good. I'm going to keep the field. So I'm going to double click inside and rename this customer zip code and press enter. So that field is good. I'm going to keep it. But I'm still concerned about this address split to field because I have a problem. The problem is that if I use split or if I use custom split, neither one will work, and you saw what capability the window for custom split gave us. Now, let's look to see how split is defined. What you can do is you can go to any 3 of these fields to identify, and I should say 2 of the fields that were used with the regular split function. How do I know it's a special field? Look beside the data type symbol. The data type symbol is APC, which lets me know that this is string data. But it's a symbol to the left of that, an equality symbol. That lets me know that this field is a calculated field. It was a calculation that included the split function in it that created this field of data. So I'm going to click on this menu caret, and I'm going to choose edit because I want to look at the formula used to create those values. Here's the split function. Here's the original field that was used to parse out the data, and here's the default delimiter or character that was used initially to create that field. It was a comma. All right. Now, when we use the custom split on this field, we specified that we wanted a blank space, and that's why it knew to start from the end of the field and move and pull every single character until it reached a white space. And that's how we were successfully able to get the customer zip. So what I want to do in the next video, I want to show you how to create your own calculation where we can successfully extract the state name, whether it has white space or anything else between the words.